Hello everyone, I'm Grandmaster Priyadharshan Kannappan and you're watching Chess Gyaan in 3 minutes. So the topic we are going to be talking about today is Stalemates, and this is a continuation from the previous video. So the game that we have currently on the board was played between two legendary chess players, with white being Grandmaster Nigel Short and black being former world champion and Grandmaster Vladimir Kramnik. And as you can see, black is a kind of in a tough position. Black is a pawn down, black's king is in the corner, white's queen is very active on f7, white's king is all the way up to e5. So with few correct moves, white would definitely have a very strong advantage. So one hope for black is to start giving some sort of perpetual checks, but unfortunately there's no really any good checks out there where we can continue to give checks on the white king. But Kramnik comes up with a very clever plan. He finds a way to stalemate his king. So he goes queen g5 check. So the point of it being, now the king is obviously under check, so white has to react, and the most logical move would be to capture the queen. And now what happens is that the king is stuck and the pawn on g5, g6 cannot move because there's a white pawn on g5. So that means this is a stalemate. So white could have avoided for queen g5 not capture the queen, maybe push the pawn here and so on, but then there's a lot of checks that black can give. Queen e3 check is possible, and there could be possibly a perpetual coming up very soon. So after queen g5 f g5, we have a stalemate on the board. So the defensive side managed to build a stalemate here. Let's look at the next example. So this example we are going to be looking at is also between two grandmasters, the white side being Grandmaster Anish Giri and black being Grandmaster Varushan Akobian, and the pawns are going to be promoting in a move. If there was no king on b8, it's basically one move to promotion. And the important thing to notice, the black king currently has no escape squares. These are the squares that the king can move, but all those squares are controlled by white. So it would be illegal to step into any of those squares, and it's black to play. So if you are watching the video, I would highly suggest you to pause and find the stalemate, forced stalemate here, and then play the video. So if you had guessed that black would go rook to a5 check, brilliant, because now white has to capture. There's no other move for white, and we reach a stalemate. So let's move on to the next example. So here we are going to be looking at is in this position. Let me flip the board. It's white to play, and again the point to note is that the white king unfortunately has no squares right now, but we can make that to work into our favor because we can't go king a6, king b6, king b5. All these squares are controlled by black, and as we could see from the previous two examples, we could use the same theme. The only piece that is mobile for white, the piece that can move, is the rook. So if we can sacrifice the rook in such a manner that still our white king would not find any additional squares to go, it would be a stalemate. So white played this beautiful move, rook c3, and black had to take the rook. If not, the queen would be hanging. So king takes c3, and we got a stalemate. So that's all the stalemates that we are covering so far. So I'll all see you with a different topic or in a different video. Bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe to the Chess Gyaan channel. Bye.